Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we're talking about writing the linear equation. If you remember the linear equation, what is the meaning of the linear equation? What is the meaning of the linear equation?
Right hand side equals to the left hand side.
No, that's the meaning of equation.
Of the first degree.
That is the meaning of the equation. What is the meaning of linear equation? Linear equation is the equation of the first degree, which represented graphically by a straight line. Equation of the first degree, which represented graphically by a straight line. One of the ways to write the linear equation defined by the slope-intercept form. I think that we finished this one in Algebra 1, but we will revise it also in Algebra 2. So the slope-interceptive part. What is the meaning of the slope-interceptive part? We know that the slope defined by the change of y over the change of x. And b, which is the y-intercept. What is the meaning of y-intercept? What is the meaning of y-intercept?
The initial amount.
The initial amount, or the point of intersection between the line and y-axis, or the value of y, value
when x equals 0.
Of y when x equals to 0. That is the meaning of the y-intercept, or b. So to write the equation in slope-intercept form, we use the function, or use the relation y equals mx plus b, where m defined by the slope, x and y, the two variables that we have, and b, which is the y-intercept. If you want to convert to the real life situation, so you can find that the linear equation represents y equals mx plus b. You will find that y when I need to ask about the total amount, and m defined by the rate of change, and x defined by the number of. It's dependent on the question, and b, which is defined by the initial amount or the beginning. So that is the meaning of the y equals mx plus b in real life situation. So any problem for this one?
No, sir.
Mister, for x, you said the number of.
The number of, it's dependent on the question. When the question talk about the number of miles, the number of books, the number of bins, the number of laptops. So it's depend on the number of the question, the type of the quantity that we talk about in the question.
All right, okay.
So we need to write the equation of the line that we have here. So number one, to write the equation, number one, you need to find the slope equals. Number two, you need to find the y-intercept. What is the value of the y-intercept? So the slope now is now the line that we have is increasing or decreasing line?
Decreasing.
So the slope will be positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative slope. So the slope will be negative, and we'll define the slope by rise over run. How many units that's the line is going down? It's only 1 unit. And how many units that the line is going to the right?
4.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4. So the slope is negative 1 over 4. What is the y-intercept? Where the line intersects the y-axis?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So we can say that the equation will be y equals negative 1 over 4x minus 2 plus negative 2, which is minus 2. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. For number 2, we need to write the equation. As we said, to write the equation, we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. What is the value of the slope?
4 over 3.
4 over 3 from the given. And what is the y-intercept?
4.
How we know that the slope is equal to 4?
The y because when x is equal 0, y is equal 4.
Because you said that the slope is, the y-intercept is the value of y when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, that's the value of the y-intercept. So the equation that we have now will be y equals 4 over 3x plus 4. And that is the equation that we need to write. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. Now we need to write the equation of this line. So number one, we need to write the slope. Number two, we need to write the y-intercept.
Y-intercept is -6.
The y-intercept is equal to -6 because when x is equal to 0, that is the value of the y-intercept. Now we need to find the slope. If you have two lines and you need, if you have 2 points and you need to find the slope,
y2 minus y1.
y2 minus y1, which is 10 minus -6, which is plus 6 over
Minus
-4 plus
4 minus 4
minus 0.
minus 4 plus 0.
minus 0. So it will be 16 over -4, which equals to -4. So the equation now that we need to write, which is
Y equals
-4x
minus
-6.
minus 6. Okay. Any problem for this one?
no.
Okay.
No.
Now we need to write, because I have two mouse, the second formula that we have, which is the point slope form. Suppose that we have a point which is x1 and y1, and we have a slope. So to write the equation in point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m multiplied by x minus x1. Y minus y1. So now we have two formulas. The first one, which is y equals mx plus b. And the second one, which is y minus y1 equals m multiplied by x minus x1. The first one defined by, what is the meaning of the first one? The first one?
Linear.
Both of them are linear equation, but which form?
Slope-intercept.
Slope-intercept. And the second one, which is point slope form. Okay. So we need to write the equation in a slope-intercept form for the line. We need to write the equation in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept.
Y equals.
So as we said, to find the slope-intercept form, number one, we need to find the slope. Number two, we need to find the y-intercept. What is the slope?
1 over 2.
1 over 2.
1 over 2. How we find the y-intercept?
3.
If they give, no. 3 if x is equal to 0. X is not equal to 0.
Oh, yeah.
So how we find the y-intercept? Again, for this one. If there
Use
is
point slope and then convert it.
Yeah. You can use a point slope, or we can use, you know that y equals mx plus b. Is that right? If you need to find b or solving for b, so y minus mx. Is that right?
B equals
Yes.
We solve for b. So that's x, and that's y, and that's m. So we can say that 3 minus m, which is 1 over 2, times x, which equals 2. So what is the value of b now?
2.
3 minus 2.
3 minus, how 2? 3 minus 1.
3 minus 1.
Then b
Equals 2.
equals 2. I think that you said 3 minus 2. Okay.
Oh.
So the equation now would be, what is the value of the equation?
Y equals
Y equals
1 over 2x
1 over 2x
plus 2.
plus 2. Any problem for this one? Is that clear? Okay.
No.
Now we need to write the equation of a line which passing through the point 6 and -2 with a slope equal to -4 and a slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form.
M equals -4.
So m, خلاص, we know that m equals to -4. We need to find b.
B equals
Y plus 2.
Y minus mx. So we can say that b equals that. That's x and that's
-2.
y. So -2 minus -4 times 6. So we can say that b is equals -2 minus -4 times 6 equals -24. Negative of -24 could be plus 24. Then
Equals 22.
b equals 22. So the equation now will be y equals
-4x plus
4x plus 22. Okay. For number 3.
B equals -1.
We know that's the slope equal to -3, so we can need to find B. So B equal -1 minus -3 times -2. That's X and that's Y. So we can say that B equals -1 minus 6. So we can say that B equals -7. So the equation now will be
Y equals
-3x
-7.
minus 7. So that's the equation. Okay. Question number 1. We need to write the equation. So in this case, we don't have the slope, and even there is no y-intercept.
Find the slope first.
Find the slope. So the slope
Y2
equals, so -3
-7
Over 3 plus 2.
over 3 plus 2 is
3 plus 2, so we have -10
-2.
over 5, which equals to -2. So we find that the slope equal -2. Now we need to find B.
B equals
You can choose any one. Which one that you need to
7
choose?
minus
7
So that's
minus
X and that's Y, so we can say 7 minus
-2
-2 times -2. Then we can say that B equals 7 minus 4.
4.
Then B is equals 3. So the equation will be
Y equals
Y equals
-2x.
-2x
plus 3.
plus 3. Okay. Can you solve number 2 and number 3 and send it, please? Send it, please, in Telegram. Solve number 2 and number 3 and send it to me in Telegram. Okay. So, خلاص, let me check this one. Let me solve it. No. Varun, no. You need to solve them again. Okay.
Mr. Me?
So, yes. So, let me check this one. Number 2, we find that the slope is undefined. What is the meaning of the slope is undefined? What is the meaning of the slope is undefined?
so-
خلاص, stop sending me anything, please. Stop sending me anything, please. What is the meaning of the slope is undefined? What is the
It's a
meaning?
vertical line.
Vertical line. What is the meaning of vertical line? A line parallel to Y
To
and
y-axis.
intersect X at point. So the equation of a line, if you have any line parallel to Y, then it will intersect X at one point. Stop sending me anything, please. خلاص. Intersect X at one point. What is this point? They will intersect. What is the repeated point? If you look at the graph that we have the 2 points. We have x1 and x2. They are the same. x1 is equals x2. Both of them are equals to 4. Is that right? Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So
yes.
the line will intersect the x-axis at the point 4. So the equation of a line, when the line is parallel to x and is parallel to y and intersect x at point, so the equation of a line will be x equals, what is the point of intersection? Which is 4. So the equation of a line will be x equals 4. When you find that x equals, it means we have x1 equals x2 equals 4. And this line is parallel to y-axis. So it will intersect the x-axis at the value of the point, which is 4. And the slope will be undefined. So for question number 4, we'll solve by the same way. You will find that we have here y1 is equals to y2 equals 4. Because y1 equals y2 equals 4, it means we have a line is parallel to x-axis. Because a line is parallel to x-axis, so it will be intersect y-axis at a point. What is the point of intersection? Which is 4. So the equation of a line will be y equals, what is the value of y? Y equals 4. And if you need to find the slope, you will find that the slope of this line equals 0. Again, for this one, when you find that the slope is equal to 0, it means this line is parallel to parallel to x-axis and intersect y-axis. What is the value of intersection? Look at y1 and y2. You will find that they are the same, and that's the point of intersection between the line and the y-axis. So the equation of a line will be y equals 4. So for any line, suppose that we have a point here which is 5 and 3, 7 and 3. You will find that y1 is equal to y2 equals 3. So what is the equation of a line? The equation of a line will
Y
be
equals 3.
y equal 3. But when you find that, it will be 3 and 5, 3 and 7. So the equation of a line will be x equals 3. You understand the point how we solve this one?
Yes.
Is that clear? Okay. For number 3, you can solve, I think this one is easy, by just we need to find the slope. The slope will be
-4.
-4 minus -9, which is +9 over 2 minus 4, which equals 5 over -2. So the answer now would be -5 over 2. Now we need to find B. How we find B? You can say this one is X and that's Y, so it would be -9 minus -5 over 2 times times 4. So the answer now would be
B equals 1.
B equals
1.
1. How 1? Just a minute. Yes, 1. So it will be B equals -9 plus 10, then B equals 1. So the equation now of a line will be y equals -5 over 2x plus 1. Any problem for this one?
No, mister.
Can you solve 4 and 5 and send it to me? Solve 4 and 5 and send it to me. When I start solving, please stop sending to me anything. That's one point. The second point, when we finish, because you will have enough time at the session to solve. There is no meaning when you are solving before, after 1 day or 2 days, you're sending me a solution. So if you won't send anything to me, just send it. You have enough time to solve now at the session.
Mr. Can you go to question 2?
Question number 2.